fall from my bedroom window.
What up, it's your boy Ali, and welcome to Hip Hop Forever. In the late 90s, Blackstreet released their second studio album titled Another Level. The project was a commercial success, coming in at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and is currently sitting at over 4 million copies sold worldwide. The first single off the album is the unforgettable No Diggity.
I like the way you work it, no diggity. I got to bag it up.
Interestingly enough, Dr.Dre produced No Diggity for Tupac. Word has it, Suge offered the beat to Tupac, intending for it to land on Pac's All Eyes on Me album. However, at this point, Dre was trying to get out of his Death Row Records contract and decided to sell the beat to Teddy Riley instead. Furious at this move, Pac recorded and dropped a diss track at Dr. Dre, sampling the original No Diggity beat. However, once Backstreet heard the record, they issued Death Row Records a cease and desist order, preventing the further distribution of the record. In response, Death Row Records dropped an updated version of the record titled Toss It Up after Tupac's death.
No longer Dre Day, or even Dirt J. Gone and forgotten, rock for plotting child's play.
All drama aside, No Diggity was a catchy record. The vocals in the background, heavy-hitting drums, matched with strong R&B and hip-hop vocals, worked perfectly. It was truly a magical record. And for most of us, Queen Pen's appearance on the song is the first time we heard her rap.
Cause that's my peeps and we roll cheap, flying first class from New York City to Blackstreet.
Before appearing on No Diggity, Queen Pen was just a struggling up-and-coming rapper known for performing in small venues and crowds around New York. After noticing her talent, Teddy Riley offered Queen Pen a chance to work with him. However, it wouldn't happen right away. Teddy told her that he needed to get his record label up and running first, and only then would he come back for her. After that, almost a year and a half passed. Feeling impatient, Queen Pen got restless. However, eventually, she got the invite that she was waiting for. I've known Teddy for years, from hanging out in New York and Virginia, but I never approached him about a record deal. He always had big parties on the 4th of July, and we had mutual friends in common, so we'd see each other around. One day, finally, I decided to try him. I said, look, I'm not trying to come on to you or nothing, but I know I can rap. He asked me if I had a tape. I said no, so he asked me to come into the studio. When he heard me, he said, look, there's nothing much I can do for you now because I don't have my label deal yet, but I'm going to come back for you. I was like, yeah, alright, whatever. I didn't think anything would come of it. Staying true to his word, Teddy Riley came back for the young rapper and offered her an opportunity to jump on the single No Diggity by his group Blackstreet. Without hesitating, Queen Pen took the shot and lived not to regret her decision. Impressed by Queen Pen's skills as an MC, he signed her to his label shortly after that. 10 years of paying my dues, and one night in the studio with Teddy Riley, I got my record deal. As we all know by now, Queen Pen was only able to release 2 studio albums throughout her career. Over the years, her role in the public eye has diminished substantially, leaving her fans wondering what happened to Queen Pen.
I actually thought that they would just, he gave me my check, came back to the hood. I thought he was gonna take me off the record. Me and my girls was driving down New York Avenue in Sterling one day. I never forget. And we heard the record, and I was like, this is the record. This is the record, my part coming up. But I thought, I was surprised to see that it was still on it.
In the late 90s, Queen Pen released her debut album called My Melody. The project debuted at number 78 on the Billboard 200 and went on to sell over 3 million copies in the first year. Overall, the album had a lot of potential. It got off to a very slow start, starting with a menacing intro track. Queen of the Click and Man Behind the Music followed after that, but in my opinion, the project starts to pick up momentum after track 3. Other dope tracks to look out for are My Melody, obviously Party Ain't a Party, Girlfriend, The Setup, and It's True. Now there's a lot of controversy surrounding the song Girlfriend. For one, it touched on lesbian issues, a topic that was sensitive to a lot of people back then. When Pen decided to make the song, she asked Teddy Riley for permission to put the song out because she knew that discussing same-sex relationships would rub some people the wrong way. Believing in her vision, Teddy told Pen to make the song as long as it was coming from the heart. I told him I want to do a song about girls. He said, what you mean, like dissing them? I said no, just talking about girls, about lesbian relationships. It's going on now, it's reality, and fuck it. I wanna do it. He said if I was sure I wanted to do it from my heart, then he'd have no problem with it. Evidently, the song was controversial. It created a lot of buzz for the young singer. However, when the song came out, people started to question Queen Pen's sexuality. Why was a straight rapper rapping about same-sex relationships? Some people were put off by the subject matter, and surprisingly enough, Foxy Brown was one of those people. It appears Foxy took issue with Queen Pen's inclusive point of view and spewed homophobic words at Queen Pen on a diss track titled 10% Diss.
Y'all confused ass chicks, now you straight or you gay. Then that's your business. You like pussy? Ain't no more to say.
The song was mainly directed at Queen Latifah. After hearing the record, Pen was infuriated. Known for coming up in the streets, she clearly hadn't forgotten her roots and confronted Foxy Brown at a hotel lobby during a music convention. Pen allegedly tried to slap Foxy Brown, and when that didn't work, chased her into an elevator. Luckily, rappers Cameron and Noriega were present and stopped the fight from progressing into anything serious. Unfortunately, this wasn't the first time the pair bumped into each other. Pen ran into Foxy Brown again in public. However, this time Corrupt was around, and like the first time, the commotion was put to a halt before any violence took place. Not being one to back down without a fight, Foxy Brown retaliated, releasing a track called Talk to Me in the late 90s.
See your fruity ass straight staring at my titties. Sending chicks to get me, who me? Strictly dickly. Fuck you, no chick.
Like the previous diss track, Foxy dropped more homophobic remarks towards Queen Latifah and Queen Pen. In the early 2000s, Queen Pen dropped a diss track called I Gotcha. She didn't mention Foxy's name on the track. However, if you listen to the record, it's pretty evident that Foxy Brown was a target.
You real funny to me, like a drag queen with heels and a head full of weed.
You make a record about me, I make a record about you. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to punch you in the face. Fortunately for the two MCs, their beef didn't last long. And by 2006, the pair made up and squashed their beef during Russell Simmons' Hip Hop Summit.
You had one more point you wanted to make. She needs the mic.
I just want to say one thing. I was conflicted if I should say it or not, but since we're up here talking about leading by example and setting a positive tone for the night, I myself want to extend an olive branch to Queen Pen, whom I've had a rivalry with for the past 8 or 9 years. So I want to personally reach out to you and we can start leading tonight.
In the early 2000s, Queen Pen released her second studio album titled Conversations with Queen. Evidently, the album wasn't as successful as her debut album, peaking at number 137 on the Billboard 200. Interestingly enough, her first album came out about 3 whole years before this one. The only single that got released off Conversations with Queen is Ghetto Divorce.
I'm doing my thing, I'm moving on. You won't appreciate a real till she's gone.
However, it failed to make the charts. In essence, Queen Pen's second album didn't do well sales-wise, and I think that happened because she took way too long to release her second album. Now for more drama. According to the rumors, Queen Pen and ex-106 & Park host Rocsi had a lot of tension in the past, beginning when Rocsi allegedly said something negative about Queen Pen's kids. Another time Rocsi and Queen Pen crossed paths was when Queen Pen appeared in 106 & Park with her niece. Her niece, being a fan of the show, asked Rocsi for an autograph, but wasn't treated with respect. Ever since then, the beef between Queen Pen and Rocsi began to grow even further. The drama between the artists escalated when Queen Pen confronted Rocsi during an event in New York. According to the rumors, Rocsi was allegedly sleeping with Lisa Ray's now ex-husband Michael Missick, causing them to divorce. During the event, Queen Pen, Lisa Ray's friend at the time, decided to stand up for Lisa, and in a fit of rage, she threw a drink in Roxi's face before getting stopped by security.
Make you wait, because the streets already know what happened with Rocsi and Queen Pen, and we talked about it yesterday, but I needed to get to the bottom of it. And the way it came across the wire yesterday was that Queen Pen, the rapstress, and Rocsi, the girl from 106 & Park on BET, got in an argument. And I left here saying, I wonder what they argued about. Wonder what they were arguing about. So he picks up his phone. We call Queen Pen. It turns out Queen Pen and Rocsi were at a party. They already had a particular kind of beef going on. To the best of what I can remember Queen Pen saying, something about Rocsi said something about Queen Pen's kids one time, and then another time Queen Pen was on the set of 106 in Park, and her niece was with her, and she wanted an autograph, and Rocsi acted real stink. So ever since then, I guess, the blood has been kind of bad. Anyway, they were at a party, but separate sides of the room, and Queen Pen does remember, so it's best that Rocsi stays over there, except Rocsi is a bona fide dyed-in-the-wool chicken head who will bypass the wrath of Queen Pen to jump in a paid man's lap. Said man, Vince Carter. All right, so Queen Pen and Vince Carter, and their huddle, they were having their party time, but Rocsi, she decided she was going to pass Queen Pen's gauntlet to see what she can do with little Vince. By the way, there's a joke about Rocsi on the text. What do you call Rocsi with a tan? And smoked chicken. Good one, texter. I know Taye Diggs is married to a white woman, but aside from that, they're saying that he was on this date with Khloe Kardashian. I didn't know she broke up marriages, and I'm hoping that that's not the way Khloe's going, because anyway. Something happened, whatever, Rocsi found her way around Vince, Queen Pen, whatever. Queen Pen wasn't trying to talk to Vince romantically. It was just like, chilling. Anyway, long story short, Queen Pen doused Rocsi with her cranberry and whatever was in it, and then threw the glass at her and it crashed in Roxi's forehead.
During an interview with the Round Table, Queen Pen revealed another reason why she didn't like Rocsi. Besides sleeping with Lisa Ray's man and being a homewrecker, Pen believes Roxi's the type of person who looks down on other people. I don't like the bitch. She's just fake, phony, and she's whack. Now, according to Queen Pen, her beef with Rocsi wasn't very serious. They both didn't like each other, and that was that. Sadly, it appears Queen Pen's personal life got in the way of her music. Her baby daddy, a man who fathered 2 of her kids, was abusive and controlling, preventing her from doing what she needed to do. I had 2 children with this man, but that was not enough to stop the abuse. For more than 8 years, Queen Pen suffered at the hands of her lover. In fact, the abuse was so severe that she constantly felt like her life was in danger. I've had my teeth knocked out, gotten stitches, jumped out of cars on the parkway, and jumped into strangers' cars. I've run out into the hallways in my underwear, banging on neighbors' doors. He may claim he doesn't have the ability to kill me, but I know he does. For the rapper, the final straw came when her ex-boyfriend beat her so badly that she became unconscious and had to be hospitalized. He got a phone call. Someone told him I was messing around with someone, and he snapped. When the police department broke down my door, I was unconscious. At the end of the day, Queen Pen's main priority was her kids. She knew that she had to overcome the abuse because she knew that she had to be there for them. And if she died at the hands of her ex, nobody would be there for them. If my life was taken away and I can't provide for my children, who would be there for them? Fortunately, Queen Pen didn't let her tragic life experience go to waste. Evidently, Queen Pen is the type of person who enjoys giving back and helping others. Apart from helping women who went through domestic violence, Queen Pen also decided to focus on developing at-risk teens. She would also speak in juvenile prisons, group homes, inner-city schools, and facilities for young mothers. It appears Queen Pen isn't dropping much music these days. Most rappers who get out of a label deal tend to drop a lot of mixtapes. They do more features because they know that without the backing of a label, it's on them to keep themselves hot. Queen Pen did the opposite. Instead of focusing on music, she dropped out of the limelight to focus on writing. In her earlier years, she released her first novel titled Situations, a book of short stories, and followed it up with Blossoms, a novel, in 2007. Queen Pen still appears to be writing. Her latest releases include Should Have Thought Twice, Little Red Rider, The Baddest of Them All, An Urban Fairy Tale, and Dust to Diamonds. Now, even though Queen Pen isn't dropping music like she used to, her legacy is still intact. She came up in a time when female rappers were just starting to be taken seriously. Her, along with Queen Latifah, helped push the narrative of inclusion and acceptance of one's own sexuality. She may not be dropping a lot of music nowadays, but Queen Pen does have a lot of respect in the rap game. Pen gets about 60,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Her most popular songs on the platform are Party Ain't a Party, All My Love, and No Diggity. That's it for me, man. It's your boy Ali. What happened to Queen Pen in your opinion? Let me know down below. Video requests? Drop that down below. Add me on Instagram, that's hiphopforever, 3 R's. Till next time, peace.